Good morning, everybody. I'm Lee at Iridium. Hope everyone's doing fine today. So it's Bank Holiday Monday. I'm at work for 12 hours. I'm just such a grafter. I am the ultimate employee. I really am. And also, to top it all, I'm the ultimate YouTube presenter because I'm here doing a video on my break. That's my radio going there. Sorry about that. So, we're going to carry on with the underrated, overlooked artists. And I've actually got to N. So we're getting there. We really are getting there. So I'll be sad to see this one gone and all. I don't know. Perhaps I'll just space it out a little bit more. You know what I mean? But anyway, we're up to N. I've got 3 fantastic artists, bands to look at, you know, to let you know about. You may know them. You may not. So I would have thought maybe all 3 of these haven't had much success in maybe in the US. I would have thought. So some of you guys in the US are watching. Some great artists, like I said, to talk about. So 3 of them. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Nordic Union. My fear and my faith. Oh. So this may be known by some. Definitely overlooked. Definitely a fantastic project put together by who else? Frontiers. So what you got in this, you got Ronnie Atkins on vocals, Pretty Mates, and you got Eric Martinson of Eclipse, Wet, Ammunition, so on and so forth. Amazing songwriter, vocalist himself, guitarist, all-rounder, producer, everything, absolutely everything. So in 2015 he sent some demos apparently to Ronnie Atkins. He absolutely loved them. I thought, right, we've got to get together, do this project, put together, like I said, from Frontiers, and they released their self-titled album Nordic Union in 2016, which is an absolutely amazing slice of melodic hard rock, bordering on metal sometimes, only because the guitars are right up in the mix, as they always are with anything that Eric Martinson is involved with. It's always rocking, you know, no matter how melodic it is, it's always rocking. So that album was absolutely fantastic. It had a great, one of my favourite songs of that year, Wide Awake. When Death Is Calling was another track that came off of that album. It was just full up from beginning to end with hit songs that could have been released as singles. Fantastic. And then they followed it up with a second album called Second Coming in 2018. Absolutely brilliant again, just as good as the first album. These are 2 albums. If you love your European metal, like melodic hard rock and metal, but really catchy, you know, got those hooks all over it, check these out. And also they've got Magnus Henriksson, also of Eclipse. He's on the guitar. He's a fantastic guitarist, one of the best in the business, so underrated. And he's on the album as well, on both albums, I think. So Nordic Union, check them out. You will love them. Absolutely love them. Next up, Night by Night. Suddenly adrift now, October's kiss repeats. So this band, this was one album. I've mentioned this album a few times. It came in my top albums of the year when this album came out. British band. They sound like a bit like Def Leppard, but we're talking high and dry area. And they've also got that Heat, Eclipse type feel as well. That, you know, that's only because it's so melodic. Now this came out I haven't got it written down here, but I think it came out probably now about 6 or 7 years ago. And it was just a one-off. It came and went. The band ain't together no more, which is unbelievable because this was just an absolutely fantastic one-off album. The band consists of Henry Rundle on vocals. He's an absolutely fantastic vocalist. In fact, at times, he reminds me of Jeff Keith of Tesla a little bit. You know, he's got that feel in his voice. Ben Christo on guitars and backing vocals. Tom Daniel on guitars. Tommy Thornton on bass. Damien Diablo on drums. And what an excellent album. Such a shame. I don't know what's happened with this band. I know that a lot of fans are calling back you know, it's got a bit of a cult status, I suppose, in the melodic hard rock genre. Some of the highlights on this album, and it's full up, honestly, with hits. Time to Escape, Holding On is a great song. Can't Walk Away is probably my favourite on the album. It is just fantastic, so catchy and melodic. You've got to hear Night by Night. The last band I want to talk about is the New Roses. So, this band are German. They're a rock band, they're German, but they really don't sound German. And I know that's probably a bit me being stereotypical, but you know, they don't sound like Accept, they don't sound like Rammstein, you know, they don't sound like all these German bands. They sound like an American band. They really do. And they're rocking. They sound, if you want to compare them, they've got a tiny bit of AC/DC in them, but they've also got some southern rock in there as well. And it's just perfect party music, full of melody again. They do some great ballads as well. They're formed in 2007, and they've toured with this might give you an idea, they've toured with the likes of ZZ Top, Blackstone Cherry, Molly Hatchet, Saxon, Aerosmith, Y&T. So we're talking a big mixture. This is what, you know, it's very good that they toured with them bands, because they've got that southern feel. Like I said, you've got some southern bands on there, but they've also got the hooks of the Y&T, Saxon type thing. They've also, and don't let this put you off, because they're not, I'm not talking about the band as they are now, but they've got some real sort of feels sometimes of maybe classic Bon Jovi. We're talking early stuff, the first couple of albums, you know, where they were a good band, really catchy and hooky. So 4 albums and 1 EP. Every album, by the way, is fantastic. They're all as good as each other. They're so solid. The last one was in 2019 called Nothing But Wild. So I'm expecting maybe an album this year or next year, which would be cool. Check out this band, the New Roses. Like I said, if you like your stuff melodic, a bit of southern tinge in there, but such fun to listen to. They really are. They're a great band. Everyone in the band is brilliant. Timmy Ruff on vocals, Norman Bites. Do you think that's a made up name? On guitar, Hardy on bass, and Urban Hardy, no surname, unless that's his surname. He doesn't like using his first name. Anyway, Urban Burrs on drums. So 4 German guys who are just fantastic musicians, and they write some great tunes. There you go, the New Roses. So that's Nordic Union, Night by Night, and the New Roses. That's my best bands, underrated, overlooked, under the letter N. And I'll see you next time.